podcast.
My name is Emeline.
And my name is Kenneth.
My name is Radian.
My name is Melody.
My name is Billy.
This is the story of Sangkuriang. Thousands of years ago, the land of Parahyangan was ruled by a king and a queen who had only one daughter. The princess was named Dayang Sumbi. She was a very beautiful and intelligent, but unfortunately, she was also very spoiled. One day, while weaving on the palace veranda, Dayang Sumbi felt weak and dizzy. She dropped her spoon yarn on the floor many times. When her spoon yarn fell again, Dayang Sumbi became angry and made a vow that she would marry anyone who would pick up her spoon yarn. Right after she made the vow, a magic dog named Tumang came and handed over the spinning wheel to Dayang Sumbi. So, in accordance with her vow, Dayang Sumbi had to marry the dog. Dayang Sumbi and Tumang lived happily until they were blessed with a child who was a human child but had the same magical powers as his father. This child was named Sangkuriang. As he grew up, Sangkuriang was always accompanied to play by a dog named Tumang, whom he knew only as a loyal dog, not as his father. Sangkuriang grew up to be a handsome and a mighty young man. One day, Dayang Sumbi told her son to go with his dog to hunt deer for a feast. After searching for some time without success, Sangkuriang felt desperate. But he did not want to disappoint his mother, so he forced himself to take an arrow and aim it at Tumang. When he got home, he handed Tumang's meat to his mother. Dayang Sumbi, who thought it was the deer meat, was delighted at her son's success. Then, Dayang Sumbi made a party. As soon as the party was over, Dayang Sumbi remembered Tumang and asked her son where Tumang was. At first, Sangkuriang was afraid, but eventually, he told his mother what had happened. Dayang Sumbi became very angry. In her anger, she hit Sangkuriang right at his forehead. After that, he fainted. Because of her action, Dayang Sumbi was expelled from the kingdom by his father. Fortunately, Sangkuriang regained consciousness, but his mother's blow left a very wide scar on his forehead. After he grew up, Sangkuriang went wandering to find out about the outside world. A few years later, Sangkuriang met a very beautiful woman. He immediately fell in love with her. She was his own mother, but they didn't recognize each other. Sangkuriang proposed to her, and Dayang Sumbi happily accepted his proposal. The day before the wedding day, while stroking her fiancé's hair, Dayang Sumbi saw a white scar on Sangkuriang's forehead. Finally realizing that she had almost married to her own son. Knowing this, Dayang Sumbi tried to thwart the marriage. After thinking hard, she finally decided to propose a marriage condition that Sangkuriang could not possibly fulfill. The conditions were Sangkuriang had to build a dam that could cover the entire hill and then build a boat to go down the dam. All of this had to be completed before dawn. Sangkuriang accepted the job and began to work. His great love for Mayang Sumbi gave him a strange power. He also used the power he got from his father to summon the jinn to help him. With mud and land, they dam up waters from rivers and springs. Just before dawn, Sangkuriang cut down a large tree to make a boat. When Dayang Sumbi saw that Sangkuriang had almost finished his work, she immediately prayed to the gods to hinder her son's work and hasten the arrival of morning. Roosters crowed, and the sun rose earlier than usual, and Sangkuriang realized that he had been tricked. Furious, he He cursed Dayang Sumbi and kicked his almost finished boat into the middle of the forest. It stayed there upside down and formed into Mount Tangkuban Perahu. The end. Thank you for hearing my podcast. My name is Christian Kanatsuanda, class 11E, absent 5, signing out.